Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Odin Sphere. We only have one book left to go. It's Velvet's. If you thought that she was the one we didn't play as, and that we played as Odin, unfortunately no, we don't get to play as Odin. Maybe in the English Thasir, the Vita remake, coming out next year. Maybe then we'll get to play as Odin. So you see the Velvet story starts the earliest, but it's functionally the same start as Cornelius's when they're dating in the woods. And hers spans the entirety of the story up until the same place that Oswald's ends, which is almost the same place that Mercedes ends, except she has a small epilogue at the end to be in the end of in Gwendolyn's chapter. So Gwendolyn's chapter goes the latest, but Velvet and Oswald go to the same distance. And you see that the lines don't match up with Cornelius's that much. In fact, it's more like her role is to give us the other side of the Puka story that we don't get from Cornelius's. So the cat can go now. No, I don't want the cat. I can really know more Oswald. I had my fill of Oswald. What's our playtimes at? 7.5, 6.5, 8.5, 6.5. Not bad. Considering we're doing everything. Let's read Fate. Guess what Velvet's chapter is going to be about. If one succumbs to the control of destiny and despair, the outcome will be simple. But we know. We shall find our true fate only in choosing a path that defies destiny. But you can figure out that Velvet's overarching theme is definitely going to be love and friendship, and here she is,
Cornelius,
getting all embarrassed about holding his hand.
So tightly.
Forgive me. I cannot help but keep you close. But soon I must depart. My father awaits. Can you meet me here again?
I shall be waiting.
Your promise gives me strength. 'Tis but a temporary separation.
I do not approve.
Oh man, same way.
Ingwe! How dare you? How long have you been there?
Must I turn him into a frog to make you give him up?
Ho, 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 ho.
Wake up, Velvet. He is a prince. We are but vagabonds. Your love amounts to nothing.
You need not be jealous, Ingwe. King Valentine's blood runs through you both. You are the last living heirs. You shall restore the throne.
Silence. Skaldi, go tell Urza that I shall be successful in my plans.
Aye.
A king, eh? So they want us bastards conceived in treachery, linked to our grandfather's bloody throne? I think not.
Please don't talk about our mother that way.
Velvet, it would seem you have forgotten about the curse she set on us.
I have not forgotten.
No, you have. Now, read this once again. Read the prophecy our mother wrote. 'Tis written clearly. An unavoidable curse and death shall be unleashed upon us both. Our mother, who could see the future, wished death upon us.
We abandoned our mother first. 'Twas inevitable she would curse us.
Had we not abandoned her, that crazed king would have executed us as well. I would have preferred that. At least we would not have to suffer under a curse cast by our own mother.
That doesn't mean that the curse she has predicted will come true.
Oh, can you see the future now, like Mother in Hindle? I'm sorry, Velvet. I spoke too strongly. Let us go. Hold on to this.
My dear children, eventually an inevitable curse. Curse and death shall be thrown upon the two of you. Mother.
Sounds more like a warning than a curse. Look at new text archive added. Mother's Note 1. There is a line that Velvet did not read there. The cauldron brings us Armageddon with its final crystal stone. Alright, so here's our Velvet tutorial. Can I just start by saying I'm pretty sure Cornelius actually just wants the underboob and that, like, nonsensical butt. Like, look at how far out her butt sticks. Anyway, also, it looks like Ingwe and the sorcerers are in a very strange relationship. I'll do the tutorial in a second. I'm trying to think of what else I wanted to say about the story. God, Cornelius and Velvet are like 6-year-olds. Oh, you're holding my hand too tight, Cornelius. Oh, but I love you so much. Is very childish. And yeah, Cornelius seems to think he's in charge of the wise men, but I'm pretty sure those wise men know they're in charge of him. And yes, their mother's note seems a lot more like a warning than a curse, and Ingwe seems to be overacting a bit. There is mention that the crazed king would have executed us both. The idea that Valentine was just going to kill them all. And that they abandoned their mother, so they fled. Anyway, so Velvet is probably your weakest character as far as damage output. She does have this really cool... Like, Gwendolyn can do her gliding thing. That's kind of cool. Cornelius does his janky little spin, and it's probably just the, like... Cornelius, why would Cornelius have any kind of thing to do when he has a special thing? So they just didn't really give him one. Mercedes could fly when you double jumped. Oswald, if you did a charge attack, would transform. And Velvet, if you triple jump, start swinging. If you do a 4-attack combo while standing, you do a spinning attack. There you go. If you're aiming in a direction, you just do that. Once you're up, once you're down. Also, that bit where Ingwe asks, should I turn him into a frog? Ho ho ho. Says Mr. Frog Prince himself. There we go, kill the frog. Press and hold square to do a homing attack. Huh. The bear coming. Now we'll get our crit forward. Works better when there's more things on screen. Got it? Okay. So Velvet's really weak. Her moves are very technical. There's a lot of interesting things you can do with her if you get good at her. A lot of strange combos. She's the most combo-able character, I would say. She also runs out of power bar very quickly. There we go. Oh, I guess I should observe my clothes on. Is there one more? 2 more. Oh yeah, the frog. Oh, there's another one. But she's probably the second fastest at moving along maps if you're not going to run along the ground. She's probably pretty fast as far as like their walking speed on the ground, but what Daranyons, because she has the swing, which you only swing once, and if you try and swing after, it doesn't let you. So you can only do the one swing, as far as I know, unless I'm like not figuring it out properly. Oh, that was the other thing, is that apparently both their mom and Hindle could just see the future.
Why hath my slumber been disturbed?
You possess the gift of foresight. I seek an answer from you.
Unfortunately, I cannot assist you. When I speak, fairies and humans misinterpret my words and lose their perspectives. I have stopped gazing into the future.
I am of King Valentine's bloodline. I had heard that you were close to the royal family.
Sheep are close to humans as food, not friends. So too are dragons. We have never been friends of man.
So is he saying you
I
just
see.
they hang out to eat
So
them?
you are Velvet. I have had visions of your arrival. I guess this is the time.
If you knew I was coming, then you know why I am here.
As your mother said, a curse and death surround your own demise. 'Tis nothing to fear. No life can escape death. When life ends, a world is sealed.
If you know my fate, you know that it is pointless to discuss my death.
Yes, that is correct.
Please tell me what the future holds.
Everything hath already been written in the prophecies. I have nothing more to add. The path to take will be indicated by your mentor.
My mentor?
Death cannot be avoided, but fate can be redirected.
Are you suggesting destiny can be changed?
I exist for guidance. Though I be not rewarded, I must serve my purpose. Until, as the prophecy states, the Shadow Knight from the Fairy Kingdom takes my life. Deny fate if you wish. That is your duty in your demise. You shall visit here once more. At that time, my friend shall attend to you. Now, please go. My own end draws near. Even sinners before their execution are allowed time for a prayer. Please do not interfere with my slumber.
Man, that got dark. Hindle's a grim guy. I guess it comes with the superpower of being able to see the future. Bang, game is finished saving. Alright, Chapter 1, Act 1, Puka Village. What? Where did you think Velvet's hub would be? Just want to quickly point out that the story, something you just saw, Hindle's prophecy right here. Beginning of Oswald's story. Oswald kills Hindle. When does he kill Hindle? It's still for a bit in there. Like, weren't we there for that? Or did it happen off screen just before? Oh, I'm on Mercedes, not Oswald. So last words when the time comes. Yeah, so this is where Shadow Knight kills Oswald. Or Oswald kills Hindle, sorry. Is at 9. And we just moved to 7. Is roughly where we are. So he's still alive, but he's dying very soon.
Princess Velvet, have you been studying? This is a perfect time to review our nation's history. The Kingdom of Valentine was created after our ancestors first came to Arion. Our exceptional skills in magic and technology flourished. And we prospered, becoming an affluent nation. In our golden age, we controlled over half the continent and...
Master Croy.
So here is Velvet's history teacher, Master Croy.
Why, Princess Velvet. If I knew you would be visiting, I would have had some tea ready. Are you still in the castle in the forest? It's quite far from anything.
It is a very nice castle, but it's almost like a prison out there.
Everyone needs to believe that you and Ingwe are the only survivors of the destruction of Valentine.
So apparently they're working at some kind of ploy.
Princess,
What's up with you, Merchant Man?
I'm off to earn some money. These days, I can get a fair amount of coins by working in the Fairy Kingdom.
What do you got for me? Mulberry seeds, hot cross buns, cheap fish fillet, and shrimp. Does not have the item I'm looking for. The Boson one. And we can go into either of the Puka Village places, but we have only 3 titanium gold and nothing really to make with anything. So instead we'll just exit. Move to the world map. There we go. Got some after. So we're going to start in the Netherworld as Velvet. Why are we starting in the Netherworld as Velvet? It's a good question. Apparently it's near the Puka Village.
As we have discussed before, there are several prophecies about this land. All of them refer to the end of the world, caused by 5 disasters: a monster, a fire, a king of death, a cauldron, and a dragon. The prophecies about our own nation were similar.
Ingwe and I were taught about these prophecies when we were younger.
Princess Velvet, do not have an answer regarding how to save the 2 of you.
Master Croy.
Any instructor would be vague. They would guard their words to comfort their pupil.
Scoldy.
Is this an acquaintance of yours?
Before the first Valentine ever came to this land, the prophecies regarding this area were already ancient. They are more accurate than the tales coming from less enlightened nations.
How dare you insinuate that my country's wisdom is fallacious?
King Galen of my country, Titania, listed these prophecies in an epic poem. The truth behind the catastrophe can be found in these verses.
And where are these poems? I would like to see them.
The Psalms have been scattered and are lost. One section has been passed by word of mouth, however, it is quite vague.
If you know not the words, 'tis best to admit that you do not know them. All wise men respect honesty. If you continue your folly, you will never find the answer you seek.
You do not seek a debate. All you want is a fight. Oh, I feel dizzy.
Be careful. Anger is likely to disrupt the amount of blood reaching one's brain.
Then I salute your extensive knowledge. I bid you farewell.
Master! That wasn't nice, Scoldy.
I spoke only the truth. 'Tis fact that the Psalms foretell events to come.
Is there any way to read the whole scripture?
Only King Galen knows the entire poem. But Galen is held prisoner in the Netherworld.
You once said you are able to go to the Netherworld.
Yes, indeed, I can.
I'd like to know the truth. If the epic poems tell of destruction,
I shall take you there and hand them to you. But please do not forget, if you seek fish, you must first bait the hook.
What is it you want?
Oh, the request of one as old as I is but a trifle. I ask for a single book, if I can borrow the Book of Transformation.
That is a book of magic scribed by my grandfather. 'Tis my kingdom's treasure. It is not mine to give.
I only ask to borrow it for a short time.
I see.
Well, let us go before we change our minds.
And so we're off to the Netherworld. It's fair enough reason. I mean, apparently, King Galen also wrote books called the Psalms, which is a biblical reference, if you're not familiar with it. It's one of the names of the books of the Bible. Anyway, we need to find Galen. So we'll need to kill all these. Ah. Why are they not sticking around very long? That was dumb. It's like 6 damage there. Just because they didn't materialize properly. So now we only got an A. Oh well. Lots of money. Material. Mulberry and mulberry. We want to try and find a Cub's Bane so we can make a shine. But it looks like they're not going to give us one at the very beginning here. Which is a shame. Additionally, our bags are full of shit. We should probably grow some mulberries and just eat them right away. Or hold on to them if we could for the Puka Village, but I don't think we can. So we're gonna have to find... Oh, geez, that was nice. Okay, we have our monster over here. There we go. Again, took way too much damage, but what am I gonna do? Couldn't see it, and we're not really in a position where we can just tear things apart yet. Mulberry Baramat this early seems a little strange. It's right there. There's our Cub's Bane. Which will definitely just make the shine. We only have Cyclone right now, so there isn't a whole lot we can do. There's another one. Cub's Bane. We'll definitely make a painkiller as well. Nope. I'm having trouble picking things up with Velvet for some reason. I think her, like, her hitbox or whatever is a little wonky compared to some of the other characters here. Not Napalm. Okay. And we'll just absorb those. As much as I really should be making other things. Mulberries. I can't really make them right now. Can't make them with 4 phozons, we need 5. And I need to be able to see that we're going to get 5. And with the shine, we'll be able to tell for once. So we'll shine up. And that definitely looks like we can do 5 to me, so... Let's put the mulberry in the ground. Okay. Alright. So we're going to grab both of these and we're going to very quickly eat one. And I'm going to plant another seed in the ground because this looks to me like we can get more. Oh, come on. Let's get our coin. I'm just going to observe whatever left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have grown another mulberry, but that'll be right. Got one seed back. We got the map. So now we can plot ourselves a course. Where are we going here? Well, Rosemile seems like an excellent place to go because that way we can grow the Baramet seed. It's 3 stars, which is what we just did. We can go here and get mulberry, open up the shop. Is that the crystal I want? I should probably go get that first. Hindsight. If not, one of these shops probably has it. And then we'll go from the material place to the boss after. So, maybe we'll make our way to that boss first. So let's do that one. I'll close the map. How much do we have as far as bag space? We got a decent amount still. Let's organize it a little bit. And then shine, painkiller. So that's where we're going to be going. So let's check the whole map for any mandragoras. We do need those still. They make us delicious painkillers, which Oswald is really strong. He's probably the strongest character, with maybe Cornelius coming in as second. Cornelius and Gwendolyn probably tying for second, as far as like raw damage output. And Oswald also has the ability to just not die when he is hit. Like that one thing exploded and I barely survived. Velvet does not have that luxury. She's almost the complete opposite. Narratively, she's the weakest character. Mechanically, I think she's actually weaker than the other characters. And this should be enough to grow another mulberry seed here. Okay, this is a little ridiculous. There we go. A little tough, but I figured it out. And we'll smash our chest open. We did get a Rosemile, which is pretty good. Okay. So, I need a bag space, so let's eat a mulberry and heal up. I'll take the Rosemile, put it in the ground. We've got mulberry, got material 0. Alright, so let's put 1 mulberry seed, and we'll take 1 onion, and we'll make a second painkiller. Mulberry seed. Oh, hello. Okay. We'll put the Baramet in the ground. And what do we have for inventory now? We have 1 slot, so we're going to need 1 more slot at minimum. I say we make 1 more painkiller probably. I don't think we'll need another shine. Seems unlikely. And we can't always just make do without it, so we'll do that. Got a lot of mulberry seeds, we're not going to really use all of them. Onion. Could see the argument to make an antidote. This also frees up a ton of bag space. And then we'll have lots of painkillers, which we will need for like the whole game. Our next mulberry will be a full heal, so we'll make sure we use that effectively in our boss fight. Okay. These things are actually hard to kill as Velvet, because her range is really weird. And now the swing is not really used for mobility. When I said she was the most mobile character, I meant like she's actually just fast at moving around the screen. The swing is, you get invincibility frames while doing it. I mean, it does move you a fair distance, but there's like a little wind up before she actually starts swinging. If you watch right here, there's a little hesitation before the swing, which is a little weird. I'm gonna do a quick check for mandragores because we are going right into a shop. And the episode will go a little late just while I do that. I think there's not going to be any, or did I get it already? Maybe I did. I'll run back to the shop and check it. I think that's going to be it for this episode for now. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, press the like button, show your support. It helps a whole lot. If you want to see more from the channel, make sure you subscribe. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.